friends, let's talk about atomic structure. So when we started looking at atomic structure, we first started with learning the parts of the atom. This is an atom right here, but let's talk about what an atom is. All matter in the universe is made of atoms. Atoms are the smallest unit of matter, and they are really small, like really, 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 really small. They're smaller than cells, and we use microscopes to look at cells, but they're smaller than that. You have to have a special microscope to look at atoms. Actually, we use models or pictures to show what an atom might look like. This, what you're looking at right here, is a model of an atom, and it's a specific kind of model of an atom. There's lots of them, but these will be the kind of atoms that we look at. So there's special parts of the atom that we also looked at. Each atom has two areas. You have the nucleus in the middle and the electron cloud outside of the nucleus. It's everything that surrounds the nucleus. Each atom is made of three parts as well. You have protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged and are located in the nucleus. A positive charge means that's the electrical charge of it. It's positive. Neutrons are neutrally charged, which means they have no charge. They're not positive or negative, and are located in the nucleus as well. So you have protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Protons are positive, neutrons are neutral. The last part of the atom that we learned were electrons. Electrons are negatively charged, and they are located in the electron cloud. So protons and neutrons in the nucleus, electrons in the electron cloud. We also learned about masses of each of these parts. Protons have a very large mass or size. Neutrons have the same. Neutrons have a large mass or size, but electrons are super tiny. They are very, very small, which means most of the mass of the atom is located in the nucleus where the biggest particles are. And most of the volume or space of the atom is in the electron cloud because the electrons are so tiny. We can also use the periodic table of elements to calculate the parts of the atom that we just looked at. We use what's called an element tag that gives information about that element, and we use that information to identify the parts of the element's atom. This is an element tag. It has 4 parts. The first part, that whole number at the top, is the atomic number. It gives me protons for the atom of the element, and because we're looking at neutral atoms, it also tells me the electrons. So if I need to know the number of protons or the number of electrons, I'm looking at the atomic number. This is the symbol. It's 2 letters or 1 letter. This is the name of the element. And then the last part is the atomic mass. The atomic mass is a decimal number. And if you take the atomic mass, you can get neutrons. You get neutrons by subtracting the atomic mass minus the number of protons. So basically, you take atomic mass minus atomic number to get your number of neutrons. We can also use models of atoms to identify the element it represents by counting the number of protons in the nucleus, because the number of protons is the atomic number. So for example, this atom has 2 protons. If I look at my periodic table, I find that the element with an atomic number of 2 is helium. So therefore, this atom represents helium. That's kind of the gist of these topics and these standards. If you have any questions, make sure that you ask your teacher for further clarification. Feel free to take notes, add to your notes, or whatever helps you as you finish out this video.